Welcome back to Arise Entertainment 360. Well, you may not recognize his name, but his voice has been used on movies all over the world like Aliens 3, Die Hard, and Batman Returns, just to name a few. And he also portrays the legendary Frankie Valli in the hit touring musical Jersey Boys.
Jersey Boys. Yes. Now he's singing to his own beat on his second album, The Good Stuff. Joseph Leo Bwarie, welcome to Arise 360.
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here and bringing your music.
It's quite an introduction.
Well,
let me tell you.
You make me want to sing.
Yes.
Do it.
Yes. Because you're bringing the good stuff.
Bringing the good stuff.
She will. Be careful what you ask
Okay,
for.
I want you to sing. Then I can listen for a change.
This is the good stuff. I listened to this earlier. It was amazing.
Thank you.
Tell everyone what they can expect on this album.
Apparently amazing.
Yes.
Amazing.
You know, it's...
you can expect the good stuff.
You can expect the good stuff. And that, you know, I struggled with what the name was going to be because I didn't know what, you know, how to title a body of work that you get to create. And it took me a couple of years, actually, to put it together, which I enjoyed every minute of. And I thought, you know, what am I going to do? What am I going to call this thing? What does it really embody? The good stuff. And it really is a collection of old and new American standards. So the idea behind it is redefining what an American standard is. You know, songs like Let's Stay Together.
Yeah.
You don't think that's an American standard, but why isn't it? It is. It is now. Boom.
And you killed the Al Green, too. I was like, Al Green will be very happy with this rendition.
Well, thank you.
Why did you pick that song to remake?
Well, there's sort of a tradition in American standards that there's a theme of love.
Right.
So I kind of went back to a different era, the 70s, and said, well, what is sort of iconic there that we could place with a big band, a huge brass section, and you know, really like give it the deserving that it needs.
That was an interesting approach because you really rethought the song. It felt familiar, but also wholly new.
Yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah.
Good work.
Now, when I think of your music, too, it always sounds like you said iconic, but classic.
Yeah.
How would you describe your sound?
You know, I like to think of it as timeless. I like to think of it as familiar and comfortable. It's not. I'm not yelling at anybody, you know. I'm not.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. But I want to be able to have friends and families in their homes be able to have that music on and sit down and listen to it, or have a dinner party while it's playing, or you know, just where it fits into their lives. Because I think that this kind of music makes you feel good, the good stuff, and you either maybe sway, move. Talk in the background, or just sit there and listen.
I like it. Yeah, you're right. It's not aggressive.
No.
It just sort of, you just settle into it. It's
it makes
nice.
you feel something, you know?
Yeah. Now, who were your musical influences growing up? What were you listening to?
Well, I mean, the first cassette tape I bought was Bobby Brown, My Prerogative.
Wow.
I just like to say that.
What's a cassette tape?
Great.
You know, I know. I went to Warehouse Music in Southern California. That's where I grew up, in Los Angeles. And
Bobby Brown's My Prerogative.
Yeah.
You can do what you want to do.
You do what you want to do. It's my prerogative.
Is that what you were singing at 4 years old? Because I heard that's when you got your first gig.
I mean, my first gig was 8. I was 8 years old.
Okay.
And
but you were singing it in your father's shop, like somebody's store?
Womb, I was singing.
You came out of the womb
singing.
So did you know that you wanted a life in music back then?
I knew that music was what I knew better than anything, you know? And as much as I wanted to be on the basketball team at school, and as much as I wanted to do, they're like, you know what? How about you sing?
Right.
You sing.
You sing the national anthem before the game.
That's right. That's right. And I would, and I did. And it's a very difficult song, actually. But when I was 9, I did an episode of Highway to Heaven. I was actually in the episode with Michael Lennon, and he said, "Squirt, you, front and center." And I was like, well, I'll always be the short kid that sings, you know? And I still sort of am, because I play Frankie Valli, like you said. I used to be on the tour. I was on the tour for 5 years, and now I play on Broadway.
Wow, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So when you have a voice like this at a young age, do you see it as a gift or a bit of a burden, or both?
I just thought it was who I am. I didn't really put the voice on a pedestal or feel that it defined me or detracted from me, or I just sang. And so, you know, really when I was young, and you know, they pay you when you sing for a television show or a film soundtrack. They actually pay you. I had no idea. My parents were putting that money in my bank account. That's how I paid for college.
Really?
And
so you sang for your supper, literally.
But I didn't know. I just sang because it was
fun.
Yeah. You know, you go to Capitol Records or Paramount Studios or wherever we were going, Warner Brothers, so many times, and you're in like this massive studio with these great engineers and musicians. Sometimes it was a live date. Sometimes it was a session where Danny Elfman was there, you know, like legends, right? And I got to be a part of it.
And apparently Carole King, the legendary iconic singer and songwriter, loved it so much she handpicked you to play Frankie. Is that
Well,
right?
she didn't handpick me. She pulled me aside
She pulled
and
you
said,
aside.
she pulled me aside.
Close enough.
And
That's pretty good.
Yeah, she did. She pulled me aside, me and Carol, and she said, there's a new show. This was back in 2005, 2006, kind of in that area. And she said, there's a new show. It's about Frankie Valli in the Four Seasons, and you need to be playing that part. And I was kind of just like, Carole King, Carole King, Carole King.
Didn't hear anything else she said.
Yeah.
Carole King.
But no, I heard it. I heard it. It resonated for sure. And yeah.
So was
And you went
it a
on
rigorous,
she
was
was
it a
right.
rigorous audition?
It was a really long process because you know, when they say you have to jump through hoops, I mean, we really had to, they have to really see if you can handle, I sing 27 songs a night. Wow. There's
What
pretty,
does that do to a voice?
Yeah.
it's challenging at times.
I'm
you know.
surprised you're allowed to even talk
It's
during the daytime. Like, can't talk.
You are not allowed to talk, Joe. You are not allowed to talk.
Just sing at night.
That's it for you. You sing your songs, you go home.
And you mime the rest of the day.
Yeah. I should learn sign language.
Right.
She had 4 languages.
4 languages, but you can sing, honey.
But I can sing. That's my second language.
Yes.
I speak, and my second language is singing. But yeah, they really need to see your dance ability, your acting chops, and your vocals. And if you fit the criteria, if you look like him, if you can pull off Italian, if you know, the right height, the right blend with the female characters who are playing your daughter, your wife, the guys who are playing the band. I mean, it's an amazing process. You know, a Broadway show has a lot of moving pieces, you know?
Yes, yeah, and
It's
especially that
amazing.
show.
Yeah.
So
What's your
how did you
favorite-
go about becoming Frankie Valli? How did that work? Walk us through that process.
Okay, well, I'm going to take you back to 2007
Okay.
because that's when it began for me.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we're going to go back in time.
Ready.
Yeah.
Seatbelt on.
Yeah,
Let's
there
do
we
it.
go. So Rihanna was on the radio. No, yeah, that's where I'm
She
just setting the
was.
scene. I'm setting the
Setting
scene.
I got it.
There.
Love in a hopeless place. Yep.
There you go.
That was playing.
There-
I got it.
There was a very intense rehearsal period. Once all of us are cast in the show, it's a very intense rehearsal period, and it's intense because they're giving you so much information. Not only are you learning the lines that have been written by brilliant writers, but they're giving you the backstory on 1962, 1967, the cost of a car, why this is happening here, what's happening in the climate of America, what's happening overseas at this time. So you're getting this really incredible truncated history lesson that can inform the backstory of where you live, how you stand, what, you know, do you cross your arms in a suit? Not really. You know, things like that.
Small things
You
you
know,
wouldn't think
little
anybody think about.
nuance.
Yeah.
Nuance.
Yeah.
And it's a great
The
time to be
details
creative.
make it so authentic.
Yeah,
That's it.
it's
That's the
always
key.
the details, right? It's
Very
always the
true.
details, and when I approach my music, the same thing. It's like so detail oriented. You know, on this album, I had the pleasure and the privilege to work with Paulino da Costa and Tito Puente Jr. on the percussion. These 2 guys are legends, you know,
Yes.
legends, and. You know, Paulino comes in and he has recorded with everybody. Most notably, maybe Michael Jackson. All
heard
the
of
Michael.
him.
Yeah, you know. And he comes in, he takes off his shoes because that's his process. He wants to be, you know, centered,
Grounded,
down,
yeah.
ground, you know, touching as he hits the conga. And Tito was a blast. But I mean, these guys were so detailed. They'd say, no, we got to do that again. We got to do that again. We got to get the timbale right. We got to get it right. We got to get, you know, and it's a joy
Yes.
to work with, you know, creative people, artists, whether it's on stage or in film or television or in the recording studio. People are so passionate. You're passionate,
Yeah.
right
Very
here.
much
You're
so,
passionate.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a renewed passion for big band music? Because I've been seeing it flourishing in recent
I would like
years.
to be the band leader for that and bring
Yeah.
that back. I would like to take on that challenge. I think it is something that people understand. I think the new generations that didn't grow up hearing it
Right.
think that it's like new and
New and
cool.
hip.
It's hip.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
hip horns.
No, it's.
You know?
I think also because everything is so electronic now. There's
Right.
something nice in seeing
There's
real
something
instruments and seeing people
authentic.
Yeah, I was
Authentic,
gonna say,
exactly.
authentic.
It's actually nice sonically for your ears to hear, you know, flutes.
It seems more organic as
Yeah.
well a lot of times.
Yeah.
And we'll be hearing some of those flutes on your
Oh.
Christmas album
Yeah.
as well.
Okay.
Little
Christmas album, yay!
Christmas is coming.
And I'm so excited you kept Christmas in the holiday
I'm keeping
spirit.
it. I'm
I like
keeping it.
that. A lot of people try
Let
to
it
get rid
go,
of
Shannon. And Christmas is
for
I don't think anyone's getting rid of Christmas. I mean, they might try. They might try.
Not gonna work.
It's not gonna work. If Shannon's around, it's not gonna work.
I like Christmas. I like it.
Well, you have some amazing songs. You have 5 of them on here.
Yeah.
How did you go about selecting? Because there's so many great Christmas songs.
And what's your favorite Christmas song?
What's my all-time favorite Christmas song?
favorite. What gets you in the Christmas spirit?
That's a really hard question.
No, it's not.
You know, I think that it's true that
Jingle Bells, Frosty the Snowman.
Bing Crosby's White Christmas means Christmas, you know? And I think it's still a fact that it is the record that has been sold more than any record in the history of records. That Christmas song. So Christmas is not going anywhere.
No, it's
Definitely not.
Can you sing us a bit of that song?
White Christmas?
Yeah.
Like Bing, way down low. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, that's a little, I don't really do a Bing impression.
Okay, what about one of yours then? How about you sing us a little bit of yours?
No, you got to hear it on there because it sounds.
Because you got the music and everything.
Like, put it all together.
Performance.
I'll be your backup instrument. Which one do you want me to be? I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
What's happening up in here at 360?
360?
What's happening?
Look. Oh, gosh.
That was a hot mess. I'm
She
sorry.
said she's passionate for the show. She'll do anything it takes.
She'll do anything. She'll do anything.
It's my prerogative.
Right.
Okay?
Take it away.
I can do
Take
what
it
I
away.
want to
That's
do.
right. That's right. You can do what you want to do. That's right.
gosh.
There is an original song that no one has recorded on the Christmas album. It's called Quiet Christmas, and it's a beautiful song. The nutshell message is there's so much flash going on in the season. There's so much you got to go here, you got to do this, obligations, commercialism, all these different things. But I just want to spend Christmas with you, just us.
That's beautiful.
So it's a really great
Quiet Christmas.
Quiet Christmas.
All right. Now we can get this album, The Good Stuff, available today.
Today.
All right.
All right, we got
Today.
that.
And A Little Christmas comes out
A
November
week from
17th.
today, yeah?
I like that. So
Yeah.
we can have you year-round.
Working.
Hey, I'm happy to be the guy who you have year-round.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
all
wonderful,
right.
and it's great music. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for bringing it to
Joseph
us.
Leo
My
in the
pleasure.
house.
Thank you.
so much for being here.
Thank
Yay.
you. Thank you guys. Thank
And
you.
we'll see you on Broadway as well.
Come on.
Yes,
Busy man.
Come on.
And we'll see you right after this. We'll be right back.